Hey guys, from Saraburi in Thailand. This is a very off the beaten track type of place, and it's new for me. Come on along, let me show you around what I've seen so far. Here we are outside the city pillar shrine of Saraburi. This is where the mysteries happen. So, I've been in Saraburi for about half a day, walking around all afternoon. It's a pretty hot day, and didn't really know what to expect about this place. There's not a lot of information available online. Very much off the beaten track. But that made me very curious because it's obviously one of the main towns of this part of the country. So I thought I'd just have to come out here and check it out myself so I can tell you guys about this place. And so far, I gotta say, it's an alright place for sure. So, this temple here, quite decent. Nothing like super duper about it, but it does have one central building which is a bit smaller, that's obviously really quite old, which is nice. I like the really old little ones. This is actually the government quarter for Saraburi and the province around it. So there are a bunch of government buildings around here. You can see just across there, there's a statue of someone very important, not me unfortunately, but who knows, maybe in the future I'll be holding out for something like that one day. Do you think I'm doing all this for nothing? I am actually, I'm doing it for nothing. That's right. If you call love nothing, I'm doing it just for the love of it. That's right. Because love is free. So, let's wander along here through the government district, looking for love in the government district of Saraburi. Might be a bit of a struggle, right? This is a cool building. So obviously some kind of governmental place as well. What does it say here? Provincial Juvenile and Family Court of Saraburi. Okay, so it looks like a nice place until the judge rules against you, right? It's a very nice building over there. Is that the Grand Poobah's office? If I were the Grand Poobah around here, I wouldn't mind that as my office. Check around the side streets here. Okay, so here we go. Another government outfit here. That's the Department of Government Departments. It's the Department for Organizing Departments. And of course there has to be a cafe across the road from the government buildings and a hairdresser. I was looking for a massage one as well. I don't see one. They're out of luck on their lunch break, I think, with that side of things. Back in the old days, I'm sure they had them, but never mind. Times have changed. Oh, but wait, what's this here? Microderma. Okay, you can get a bit of skin kind of treatment on your lunch break when you're a government worker in Saraburi. This is one of the main roads going through Saraburi, obviously. When you see the city pillar shrine and the government stuff, then you know you're in the heart of a Thai town. It's a cute little alleyway down there. And if you're not sure where you are, the police are always here to remind you. Isn't that nice? To give a friendly welcome to any tourists who have forgotten where they are. It does happen sometimes. So we're coming up on a very important road here. This is the main highway that connects Saraburi with Bangkok. Bangkok's on the right here, and Phetchabun is down this way to the left. Let's try to run across here without getting killed. And I don't know, I've been lucky for quite a few videos now. Wouldn't do this without a video camera. I mean, maybe I would actually, but not as often, that's for sure. Taking my life in my hands doing these videos, I tell you. Okay, so Phetchabun was to the left and Bangkok to the right. And if you go a couple hundred meters down that road to the right, there's a turnoff. Also goes off on the right. It goes to Nakhon Ratchasima, otherwise known as Korat, which you might have seen in one of my previous videos. It's a very interesting regional capital in the Isan region of Thailand. Okay, so now we're coming into the commercial heart of Saraburi, and it's quite nice, I have to say. As far as commercial type activity goes, it's got everything pretty much. There are some real time warp shops. I mean, look at this one. What's going on here? How are they making money in this place, right? What time is it? Look at the cool watches here. Ah, very nice, thank you. Very strange old shops. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Shoe shop's not so old, is it? But what I've noticed from walking around here, there are a bunch of time warp type shops, which is really cool. I love stuff like that. If you're feeling lucky, I said, if you're feeling lucky, eh, punk? You can buy a lottery ticket here. Are you feeling lucky? Yeah, if you're feeling lucky, you can get a lottery ticket there. Don't know if they pay out to foreigners though, but one way to find out, I suppose. This goes into the market here, into the main market, and it's a pretty good one. Some temple items. There are actually a little cafe. There are actually 3 temples around the edges of the old town. The one I showed you at the start, I think, seems to be the more interesting one. And there's this super cool Chinese style gate here, which leads down to the river, which is kind of green looking and looks a little bit wild still, actually. It's kind of weird. I guess in the past it would have been the center of the town, the riverbank, but now there's a train station and highway, so it's the center of the town's along this intersection now. It's a very cool Chinese shrine there. So as you can see with the amazing street lamps here, this is like the crossroads in the center of the town. Let's head on down here. Okay, like I said, this is the crossroads in the center of the town, so this being the road that crosses over the other one. This one's pretty interesting, so let's check it out. Some neat basket work there, basketry. So what got this place on the radar for me initially was a good friend of mine moved here because I think she had some relatives here, and she told me a little bit about the place. let's dive into the market here. Yeah, that, and because I'm a big fan of maps, and I could see this place was what looks like some kind of a regional hub. So yeah, with these two things made me think about this place a lot, or a bit at least. So finally I've made it here. Been crisscrossing all around the region for a long time now. A lot of the market stalls are not open at the moment. Seems to be the way in Thailand these days. Okay, on we go into this market. Yeah, so speaking of these time warp stores, hello. Okay, so these ones are not. Okay, these ones here are really time warp actually. Not so much this one, but this one looks a bit time warpish. And the front of this one, but this one in particular, this one really looks kind of time warpish. What kind of stuff have they got in there? A little tea set, if you need a tea set. Look at the ceiling's peeling off. A lot of old stuff in there. A lot of that stuff looks like it's been in there for decades. It's a cool old building over there. Let's head along inside the footpath here. So in Thailand, it's quite often you find they have these sunshades that they can pull down. Keeps the shopping part along the side of the footpath reasonable, tolerable at least. This shop has a lot of interesting kind of stuff. Scales and mincing machines and some kinds of cookers and let's dive back into the market, zigzag through here a little bit. Sweets and little cake things, cookies. Traditional cakes like these type ones are not so sweet as you find in European culture. Good place for a drink here. Looks like some noodles on offer there. A lot of the stalls are closed though, probably from the downturn in the economy. I would imagine, it seems that way all across Thailand these days, that markets that were really, really busy a couple years back are a lot quieter than they used to be. But things are definitely slowly coming back. I think in the next year we'll see quite an economic recovery. This is a lovely little pharmacy here. Sue, very beautiful pharmacy. Okay, back out on the main crossroads here. We'll head on down further. All right, let's keep steaming along here. Would you like to buy a cat? I don't know, I don't think she's selling cats actually, but it's hard to see what she's selling. She's sewing something. Looked like she had ironing boards there. Maybe she's a seamstress, I don't know. Let's turn into the market again. Quite a few bikes for sale here. So, just cut through the end of the market here. And it's kind of cool because what they've actually done, oh, a little shrine back in there. That's cool. Won't go back in there to have a look. You'll have to come here and have a look yourself. All right, yeah, I was just saying it's kind of cool because we're at the back of the main market, but this is actually the little street that runs along the back of the market, and they've covered most of it, as you can see, which is pretty clever because there's a second market up here. So they basically joined the two markets together. That's good. It makes it one big shopping zone in the middle of the old heart of Saraburi. Some fish for your dish. This looks like a really cool old style restaurant. Like the look of this one. Hello. All right, so there's the other market over here as well. So basically these two join together. Interesting bit of architecture there. Let's head on along the side here. Alright, let's hang a left here. Cheap digs in Saraburi. If you're on a shoestring budget. Flowers for your loved one or loved ones. Saraburi's got everything you need. Actually, it does. It pretty much does, I would say. Haven't seen any entertainment here, but they probably do have some tucked away somewhere. Local style, I bet. Could be some old style Thai entertainment around here somewhere. Gotta be, right? Of course. Probably a lot less than they had a couple decades back though. I noticed as far as entertainment goes in Thailand, it's mellowed out a lot. A lot of the wild, rough edges of Thailand have slowly smoothed out over the last few decades. Okay, so let's just cross over here. So this was the main thoroughfare we came through the middle, just before, the middle of. is that place there? I don't know what that is. It looks interesting. It says open. It's got a bunch of pictures stuck up there. I'll try to find out later from someone if I can, because I'm going to overnight here. There are a few hotels around that are not on the different hotel booking apps. If you ask people or just wander around, it's an old place back there. It's probably one of the oldest ones. There's some kind of cool signs along here. Well, good to see that he was being careful to try to make sure the ice didn't touch the actual footpath. They had hygienic rubber mats on the footpath. Food hygiene is definitely better than it used to be in Thailand. Still has a ways to go though, but this kind of stuff is actually really nice, very cheap. Some of the cheapest food you'll find in Thailand. Tastes alright. Very healthy actually, not greasy. So we're coming up on what looks like a kind of disaster zone. It's a construction zone for the new high-speed train they're building between Bangkok and Nakhon Ratchasima. And lots of army guys around. Hello guys! The army's in town, but no, they're not involved in the construction. Anyway, probably a military, I think there's a military base on the outskirts of town, as there is with a lot of Thai towns. Okay, so here's a little train station that exists at the moment for the normal train, but the high-speed one is progressing. A lot of people complain that it's not progressing rapidly enough, but actually the construction has moved along quite significantly now, and I don't think it's going to be too much longer before we see the high-speed train line open. And there'll be a station here at Saraburi, I think, quite sure. Otherwise, why would they build it exactly along this part? So right now, looks like Stonehenge or something, but actually Bangkok's already got one like that from a previous project that didn't work out, the Hopewell project, which was an elevated expressway for cars. But okay, let's hope this one does work out. As you can see, it's coming along quite well. Alright guys, so there ends our little sojourn in Saraburi, Thailand. Thanks for coming along, and hit the subscribe and like and hit the bell button if you haven't already to get notifications for upcoming videos. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next one, and don't be late.